Welcome to the next episode of Discipline, Desire, Dedication. My name is Dakota Lang, along co-host Garrett Cotton. We've got a special guest today, Mr. Bryson. What's up, dude?
What's going on?
Glad to have you on.
Yeah, I'm pumped to be here. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely, man. You said it took you, about 3 hours, 4 hours to get here
Yeah,
from St. George?
4 hours last night, and then we stayed in Eagle Mountain area where my in-laws live. And then I was incredibly scared of the morning traffic.
Yeah.
And so I got up and I left at 6 a.m. and I would just sat up here for an hour and a half, watching movies because I was so nervous about
Better
being late.
safe than sorry. We've had a couple of people miss podcasts because of traffic and stuff.
We don't have that in St. George.
There's nothing like the traffic in Utah. It's honestly incredible.
Northern Utah.
Northern Utah.
We don't have that down south.
Yeah.
We lived in Denver and he lived in Austin for a while. And Denver with the toll road, you could jump on a toll road and just skip all the traffic going around.
Yeah.
Whereas in the valley here, it's one way in, one way out. So you better plan.
Yep, that's where he lives, right next to Eagle Mountain, ain't it?
Oh, tight,
Almost in Eagle Mountain, Saratoga
Saratoga?
Springs. Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Cool.
some golf down there.
So let's just kind of jump into your backstory. Are you from Utah? What did you do as you were growing up?
Yeah, so born and raised in St. George, and I didn't really know what to do growing up. My parents own a weight loss resort down there, and so I've grown up watching my parents run a big business. It used to be the Biggest Loser resort, and so a lot of cool stuff that I learned, but I didn't really know I was learning it until I got older. And then I served an LDS mission for 2 years, and I came home and got engaged 2 days after I got home, and I knew the girl before we dated.
That was going to be my next question.
We dated I've known her since third grade, and had a crush since third grade. So it wasn't like that, but got engaged and got married really fast and had a baby really fast, and was I better figure out a way to make some money. So I started working for my parents, and the whole plan was take over their business. It's been the plan since I was a child. I've worked in their business in various places,
volunteering throughout your whole life.
Yeah. Picking weeds. Then I was washing vans. Then I was working in the kitchen. Then I was working the front desk.
Yeah.
And so when I got home, I kind of I jumped straight into the marketing aspect of it. They had fired their general manager and their marketing director 4 months before I got home. And they said, hey, we don't got time for you to go to college. Time to learn on the job. But you're going to get in there and just be eyes and ears, soak it all up. You have the right mind for it. So just go in and kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
And then I just started making videos for people on the side. I started making videos on my mission because I was out during COVID. And so missionaries typically go door to door.
Yep.
You don't do that when the country's locked down.
Yeah.
So we started doing Facebook work, which pretty much meant making cheesy videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sick of the cheesy videos, and I knew some kids that were really good at videos. I had a camera sent out to me. They taught me how to use it. So when I came home, I started doing that for random people, especially sports. I had somebody come up to me and was they showed me a video and said, hey, could you make a video like this? And my wife, she jumped in and was oh, 100% he could do it. And I was scared out of my mind. I was no, I can't.
Yeah.
But I didn't say it. I was yeah, sure. Yeah, for sure. I guess I could do
Try
that.
it.
So just got on the old YouTube University, figured out how to do it. I started making videos, and it was taking up a lot of my time, and I was doing it on the side, and I was doing them for free or trade or sometimes some money. And then I had a guy that had just moved his car rental business to St. George. He gets a hold of me after seeing one of my football videos that I did. It's a video for a buddy who actually didn't even get into the game, but I made it look like he was a player.
Yeah.
And so the guy saw it, he knew the background, and he's I need you to make videos for my business.
Uh-huh.
Kind of even threw out the idea of what a retainer would be. And I was oh, interesting. I do a little bit of research, and then my parents, I kind of was talking with them about it, and they're fantastic people. And they're hey, this is where you have a passion in this. You think you can make money in it. You can support your family. I had a baby at the time.
Yeah.
She's 2 now.
Heck yeah. What's the birthday? I got a 2-year-old too. Mine's about to be 2 in February.
She's 2.5. Yeah. No, she's an
bit
April.
older.
I got a 2.5-year-old, and then I've got a 4-month-old as well.
Okay.
But they
You about just like him.
Yeah, I got 2 under 2 right now. So,
yeah.
A little bit closer.
It's hard.
It's
hard. But yeah, they pushed me and said, hey, go out and do it. Go make money where you have fun with it. Do what you want to do. And I ended up making more than double what I made at their place in my first year. The freedom that I had was incredible. I was doing what I love to do. And that was like 3 years ago.
So so you get in contact with this dude that owns this company, and he's wanting to hire you on. Before that, you were just reaching out to random people to ask to shoot content?
Instagram, Facebook? Or
Not even. I was getting reached out to because everybody wants videos of their kids playing sports.
Yeah.
And I grew up playing sports. I played baseball and basketball, and like I always loved like the story behind like the moments, right? Like I was always way more interested in like, all right, whose girlfriend broke up with them and how are they going to respond to that? Like all of that kind of stuff, right? When I was growing up playing, and like, what do the jerseys look like? Like all of that kind of stuff. Like I like the games. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't really that great at them anyways. And so, the stories of them, like Moneyball has always been like one of my favorite movies, right? And it's about baseball, but it's barely about baseball. Yeah. And so with that being said, I was pretty good at making the videos and people were liking them. And it's just person after person hitting me up, just to make videos for sports. And then it was this guy introduced me to making videos for businesses and was like, exactly what you're doing with the sports, just do it with these cars. And I was like, oh, I could do that. Like you've got Broncos and Jeeps. Like it wasn't like, not like an enterprise rentals. It was like off-road rentals. My first month with him, he sent me and my family on an all-paid trip to Hawaii to go do his location out there because they had like 150 cars.
So was this person like a big mentor into where you are today, or was it just kind of
really just a start, like really just a spark, right? Like because he didn't know much about what he wanted as far as video goes. It was kind of like, hey, like he just gave me just like the confirmation that I could actually do this. Like people actually like my skills enough and they care about them enough to pay for them and pay real money for it. It was huge.
Talk about that because you nailed it on the head, kind of like my thought process whenever we first started this, essentially, is a lot of people that want like video content, I guess it's just so new in perspective. Like, I mean, how long has YouTube been around? Like, I don't even know, to be honest with you. But I know it hasn't been like whenever we were kids, like we didn't just go on YouTube. You know what I mean? But nowadays, like people like video content, but they don't know what they want. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So how in the position that you're in, you have this guy that's wanting to do these videos. He's like, I don't even know what I want, but I want content and video content. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. How challenging was that for you, especially growing this business at the time?
It still is a challenge. It's a hard thing. Selling something to people that they don't know they want, or like they know they want it, but they don't know what it is. They're like, oh, well, how do you want this to feel? And like, I think that's kind of where I've seen that I have a creative mind. I didn't really think I did, right? I just thought I was a normal person. Like I am a normal person, but like, I just thought everybody had a creative mind. Yeah. I just thought that's how it is. And it wasn't until I had, working with these businesses and these people that are like, I felt this watching a video and I want to feel that watching a video for my business. And I was like, okay, and you don't know how to make that happen? Okay, well then I guess this actually makes sense that I should be paid money for this. I think it was really hard because he had a good idea for it. He's been in a business owner for like 30 years at the time. And he's like, he gave me some direction by saying, look at like Red Bull. Look at what Red Bull does. Red Bull hardly ever has their drink in a video. Granted, with the budget Red Bulls is using and like, hey, we're going to go do the rampage. We're going to skydive or whatever. But he was like, even then, like even outside of that, if you look at just all of their ads, it's never about like the can. It's all about like all about the experience, and then just saying, by the way, this is a Red Bull thing, right? Yeah. And he's like, that's how you should think about it. So it actually gave me a little bit of direction to start thinking that way and help me when businesses approach me with that question of like, hey, we want videos and we want them to be good and we want this, but like, we don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, so like Red Bull, here we go. Like, how do we do this?
Right. So. Yeah, that's an interesting perspective.
Yeah, in that process, so I'm sure you've experienced some bad content as well. Have you produced? Kind of tell us about the learning lessons that you've had.
Yeah, I
mean, being young and you're learning as you go.
Yeah. Well, I it's so funny. I think I was actually listening to one of my favorite creators, and he was talking about this thing when you get into the videography space, filmmaking, whatever you want to call it, of how like, especially when you learn by yourself, like you don't go to a school, the level to get to like to be considered professional or whatever is so like anybody can be a professional in a few months. Like you watch enough YouTube videos, you go shoot enough stuff, and you get to like right here, and you're like, I am it. I am everything. I could do everything. And then like you're there for maybe a month, and then you start seeing how freaking good people are, how good people are at storytelling and the visuals. And then you realize, oh my gosh, your audio sucks. Oh my gosh, the lighting sucks. Oh my gosh, all of this. And so when I first started, I thought I was it. I would, and it was out of insecurity, but also like just genuine belief of like, I'm the best in St. George.
You got to think that though.
And I wasn't.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh, no, I wasn't. And I look at the videos that I was producing, and for what I was getting paid, for what my skill level, and for the time I'd been doing it, they were great, right? And there's people like, I would make the videos and people would love them, but then I would be like looking back at them, I'm embarrassed. Like I literally was just on another podcast. They said, "Will you send us your best work?" And I'm like, "Oh, my best work? Like, I haven't done it yet."
It changes.
Yeah.
That's like even we watch our podcast from like our first couple episodes because we didn't switch over to like a studio until probably 30, 40 episodes in.
Okay.
I think it was about 30 maybe, somewhere. But long story short, we were doing them in our house, and we were like putting tape and soundproofing up all around the walls. Stuff was falling off, and you go back and look at it, and you can see gaps, and you can see the echo in the audio.
Well, it started with just me and him sitting in an office that we put some padding on, and we just sat there and just started talking. We had a dry erase board right here that we would try to put some notes on, and yeah, it's crazy, but I think it's very similar to what you're saying as far as like looking back on old videos that you edited and produced, you know?
Yeah. What I would say though is my perspective has now changed. If you asked me that question a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I would start calling out bad content everywhere, left and right. I've learned, especially in the social media game specifically, which I'm in a transition. I'm trying to like, St. George doesn't have the biggest market for videos, and for where I want to go, like it's not like up here where people are paying really, really good money for super high quality videos.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple media companies that kind of have a little bit of a monopoly on like TV ads, and they're, in my opinion, they're not aesthetic. They're not aesthetic. They're not cool. It's just like information, which is good, and it has its place. But which is actually exactly what I'm trying to say is that like forever ago, I would have been like, this is bad. I don't like this. I don't like this. Their colors are bad. This is bad. But now, like, especially when it comes to social media, I have a lot better understanding, and I'm a lot more humility. But really, like, all content is content. Yeah. Like if you hit post, you are doing more than other people. Yeah. And that's what, like, and I tell my clients that a lot because I'll get a little bit of both. I'll get people that are like, they do all of this cringy and cheesy content, and I used to hate it, and I still like, it's not my favorite thing to film. Yeah. But there's purpose behind it. Hitting post is the greatest thing. Somebody likes it. And the thing is, like, we don't know who we're going to entertain, but you do it long enough, then you just become somebody's norm. Exactly. You know? Exactly. And so now I'm like, listen, make the content. I put out content that I'm not proud of. Like I post stuff on my page that I'm like, this isn't my best work, but it's something. I did it, and and I'm not proud of it, but I'm sure other people like it, and they do, and it comes back. And they like of your content, is it ever you in the content? Do you do podcasts, like your personal one or anything? Not podcast stuff, no. Just like lifestyle. I've started my YouTube channel this year, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna post once a week, and then I remembered that I had to put bread on the table, and so I have made like 2 YouTube videos, but it's gonna be very gear focused. I've started the process of putting a backlog, so I'm filming and editing all of it, and then this next January I'll be able to be ahead of the game, which is a better plan than just make it all on time. But my Instagram, I've already started doing that, of where just making family content, lifestyle content, just like cinematic versions of it, just like stuff at the lake, stuff with my family, like just kind of heartfelt, like.
And that's content that if you do it long enough, it's going to create following.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've learned a lot through it as well. I mean, even with this stuff, our clips and stuff that post, like I cringe seeing myself pop up on my feed. And I'm like, hurry up, go to the next.
Yeah.
But the reality is, like, we hear back from so many people. If they're like, dude, I saw your podcast, I saw this, or and this really helped me. And I'm like, well, it's got purpose out there. Me personally, I think it's just our subconscious. We find the negative. We're like, oh
no
man,
doubt.
why did I say that? Or
No
why did I do that day? Whereas in other people's perspective, it's beneficial for them. You know? So,
well, you guys have a great value proposition is you have great accents.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that.
Right. That's one good thing. We do
Where
stand
you say
out.
You're from again?
We're both from Louisiana.
Yeah. You guys got a big leg up, especially being out here in Utah, the land of the podcasts.
It does
Just a
help
bunch
out.
of people that speak like me, and it's not fun.
Yeah, I came
it.
out here to knock doors originally, and with performance windows. And my first week, I mean, a lot of people come in and don't have success right off the jump. Well, my first day, I set 6 appointments. Like I was like, oh, this is too easy. But what was happening? I'm knocking the door, and I'm like, hey, y'all, how are y'all doing today? And they're like,
I trust you.
Everybody was like, hold on, let me grab my husband. And I'm like, what's going on? And they're like,
checkbook.
baby, this he's not from here. And like they would come outside, they'd pull me inside, and I'm like, this is gonna be the easiest job ever. And then I went to Denver, and then Denver's like a melting pot. So that was a little bit more normal over in Denver.
More normal.
But we learned.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what's kind of like your plan with your business that you got going on with the marketing and all that? What's kind of your plan for the future?
Yeah. So kind of I've got 4 whiteboards at my house right now. And on each whiteboard has a different way that this could go. Because I think that there's a lot of different avenues, and I'm working on niching down. I'm trying to find the part where it's like, hey, I'm really good at this, but I don't love it as much, but I love this. Or this makes a lot of money and I'm good at it, but it's not my favorite. This doesn't make a lot of money, but I absolutely love it. And trying to like either blend the two, do both. But right now, like what puts bread on the table is social media marketing. It's pretty easy. I do a little bit of both in the fact of like, hey, I'm just going to come and show up and do like simple videos. I'm going to throw a tripod up, like hit record, and it's going to look better than everybody else's, but it probably doesn't need to look that good, but we're going to do it anyways. And
what does that day look like? Because I mean, that's something that me and Dakota have talked about as well, is we want to have more of our lifestyle content.
For sure.
Because we don't want to be just spammed with discipline, desire, dedication. We want to have, our normal lives, performance windows, new businesses. But what's it kind of look like for the people that you help out with? Like what's the average shoot time? What all do you do?
Yeah, so I do a half or a full day, just depending on price and the amount of deliverables that they want to get. A half day typically gets you, like if we're doing more styled videos, more like aesthetic, good looking videos, it's going to be around 8 videos a month. And so you're getting like 2 high quality, good looking videos a week. And that is going to be a 4-hour shoot once a month. Okay. If you want more than that, it's going to be a little bit more. Now, the ones that are like super easy. So I've got a couple like real estate agents, for instance, and they do these just trendy videos, and they just like, they find funny ones, they remake. You guys have seen them. Like it's not,
the speed tours and all
it's
that
nothing new, right? Those we have an hour shoot once a week, and we crank out like 5 to 8 videos a week. And the difference being is that I have zero creative like responsibility. Yeah. I don't have to like, the editing is already made out for me because like, hey, look, see this template? We're just going to copy this trend, and it's super easy. And I'm going to mount the words to sound just the same. And so I don't love doing those. I didn't love doing those. They're not my passion.
Is it because you're not the creator of it?
Yeah. It's not filmmaking. It's just hitting record, and it's great, and it does exactly what they need it to do. And I love the clients that I do that for. I've done for a long time, and I appreciate and love, and I'm loyal to them, and they're friends. Yeah. And so it's a good time. And so it's almost like I just go hang out with my buddies, and we make some funny videos, and I laugh, and I like to be clever and try to put my little spin on it all. And so I make it fun, even though it's not like the filmmaking direction. Yeah.
In a sense, it's kind of like what we do. I mean, you take what is proven to work, a video that's going viral or had tons of views, and you guys just replicate changed minor things about it, but it's basically the basis of it is the exact same,
Yeah.
right? And that's with in door-to-door sales, in performance windows.
We got the Johnsons and the
Right.
Ericksons down the street.
Everybody's got a way to do it, and just like Raising Cane's and Burger King, there's a plan that's in place, and then somebody takes that plan that is proven to work, and they just make a couple minor changes, and then make it work for them.
Yeah, those are on different levels. Just to Raising Cane's and Burger King.
Oh, I agree.
Okay, let's just make sure we're
from
Burger
Louisiana.
King, McDonald's.
Yeah, but they take as far as drive-through. I always talk about like they take the idea of drive-through, and they're going to take all the menu, and they're going to put chicken fries and a sauce.
Yeah,
but it's
same thing, different. Yeah,
and it's scalable.
Flavor.
So that's something that maybe that creative passion of yours is finding something that makes it just stand out a little bit different on those customers.
No, exactly.
Do you call them customers?
Clients, customers,
kind of
friends, just whatever I want to call them.
Yeah, but we're learning as we go too. But that's part of being a business owner. It's kind of we're doing a wedding venue with this as well, and so that's kind of there's a lot of wedding venues before us.
Yeah,
so we in a sense we gotta copy and paste the business plan, but we have to do something to make us stand out.
Yeah, can we do some wedding venues in St. George? We have none.
Hey, one day
Our
plan is to have multiple. So assuming everything works out, it's kind of like right now you've got 4 whiteboards.
Yeah,
we don't have a physical whiteboard. We just got like 4 plans.
Yeah,
and one of these plans are gonna work.
Oh yeah. We're just throwing it at the wall and seeing what sticks.
That's it. Yeah, I just feel like with the video content and everything like that's just where everything's going.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What would you say are some of the biggest challenges that you face like on a daily basis in your career?
I'd say just like trying to scale is my biggest number one headache and thing right now. Because once you scaling literally means bringing in another person.
Yeah.
Like if I bring in another person, I just grew 100% or 200%, whatever. Like I literally just doubled the amount of people that can do the work. I also doubled the responsibility. I also there's so much that comes with that. I think the hardest thing in the creative industry is it is creative. Mm-hmm. It's not like, hey, here's the line out of what I need you to do. If I want to bring on an editor per se, that's the first thing that most videographers do. They bring on an editor. If I want to bring on an editor, like he has full creative. I can say, hey, I shot this video. I want it to look like this, but it's in his hands. Mm-hmm. And if it's not good,
it's your business.
It's my business. It's my name on it. It's my everything. And so that's my biggest headache in this industry right now is growing the right way. A lot of people do it through just working as 1099s together, which is great. I think I finally found somebody that I'm excited to start working with. Mm. But yeah, I think that's the number one thing is that I have a massive workload. I am trying to make the money make sense at it right now. But then I just having somebody to come do it is so difficult because I want to spend more time with my family. Like I said, I got 2 kids. Right. And I work from home and I edit from home, but I'm at work. Yeah. Like I'm locked in, I'm working hard. And if I have to get away from the computer to go help, I lose a lot more time than 5 minutes of helping something. So, and
that's one of the things that's so it's so relevant to what we do as well. I would say in business in general, there's only 2 sides of it: selling and recruiting. Mm-hmm. That's it. You got to sell your content, and then you can make a lot of money being good at selling the content, but you can make so much more money by recruiting people to be able to sell the same type of content. But that's the hard part is being able to find the right type of people to work with you. And then making sure that you trust them well enough to, give them the opportunity to lead.
And I think it's just the beginning part that's going to be the hardest. I think once, ideally, like I said, going back to kind of what the whole plan is to have a full-blown video production company in St. George. That is a team. I want small teams, big results kind of deal down in St. George to match the market that's down there. But getting that first person that I can trust, what I'm looking for is someone that's nothing like me, to be quite honest. I need somebody that is the opposite of me and that we can work together. And I, again, might have found that. I'm excited.
That's a good thing because even our mentors, Levi and Kyle that run our performance windows, they always talk about how they are opposites, you know, and we see it all the time. One of them's like works out, you know, he's always doing what he's supposed to be doing, and the other one's kind of sometimes not.
Yeah.
But they hold each other accountable, and like they see different perspectives. So in a business, it's really good to have that person that's like, well, hold up real quick, you know, because you know it's good to see it from a different perspective of what we're used to. When you first were starting to say that, I'm like, man, why would you want somebody different from you? But then on the alternative, it's like it gives you a bigger advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I've had so many other videographers that are like, it's almost like looking in a mirror. And I'm like, we do the same thing. We like the same things. We think the same. And at some time we're going to clash, and we're both hard-headed. We both need to be the center of attention, and we both need to have the most important voice. And it wasn't until I actually just filmed the PGA Tour down in St. George. And there was a guy that was also on with us, and he was like, oh no, I actually just love, you know, being behind the computer and editing and managing the media. And when I'm like super dangerous with my shots, like I like put my cameras in harm's way at all times. And he's like, no, we don't do that. We don't do that. I'm like, okay. Like you like naming the files and making an organized system, because I don't.
Those people are hard to come by.
That's what I'm saying.
And if they're good at it, keep them close.
That's what I'm saying. So now I need to find the work to make sure that we are paid enough to keep us both happy. So
what would you say to somebody that is, because you hear people all the time, like they want to start a podcast, they want to start a YouTube channel, they want to do some type of video marketing or content, you know, what would be your advice to them? Because I'll go back to before even first episode. You know, one thing that Cotton said is like, let's get a couple of them, and then we'll kind of, you know, see if we like them before we post them. And we were like, no, let's just post. You know, what would you tell somebody that is just scared to post, scared to get in front of the camera?
Oh my gosh, it's a tough fear. I mean, if you're too scared to get in front of the camera, then you just don't want it. Like, it's like, oh, that's great and all that you say you want to be an influencer, you want to be a content creator, but if you won't do it, then like go find something else. If you're like, yo, I'm dead set on it and I like being in front of the camera, I just want to get better at it, I would say just keep doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube videos can teach you so much, but I mean, really just doing it over and over and over. I also, on this last podcast, I said something that a lot of filmmakers don't say, but I very much do say, is like, do free work. Go do free work. Go do free work. Go do trade work. Go do as many times as you can hit that stupid record button. Just hit it, because you're going to learn, you're going to figure it out, and then go be honest with yourself. Look at your videos that you're making and be like, okay, my favorite creator, or other creators that I admire, like, how does this stack up against them? You're going to find out that it's not very good in comparison. And if you're honest with yourself and you're like, okay, that all that means is that I can go up from here, then figure out how to do it. Dissect the videos and then ask questions. This industry is kind of funny. There's a lot of people that don't answer questions in the video industry. There's like gatekeeping. People are always like, oh, like, I'm not going to tell you my settings for this, or like, I'm not going to tell you how much I make on all my projects, because there's that weird competition. I would say just keep asking, because you're gonna find the people that will answer questions. That's how I got better, is that like I asked, and if I didn't get the answer, I just went elsewhere. I was like, okay, listen, you don't want to, like, clearly you're scared. Like, clearly you're scared that your product's not good enough and that I'm a threat to you. I'll go ask somebody that's way better than me. And that's how I pretty much did it, really.
Yeah. I feel like one of the biggest things that, even whenever I was in real estate, you know what I mean, we're making content and stuff like that, but it goes back to what you said earlier, right? Just post it. You know what I mean?
Just freaking post it.
Just post it. Turn the video on, post the content, right? There's many times that, I mean, Cotton said it earlier, right? You see on a reel pop up on your page, like, all right. I love when I see Cotton on there. I'm like, oh, look at Cotton.
We'll post that one in the
Post
story.
it and then just don't look at it ever again.
I think that's the key. That's like the key to do it, is like, you know, I like to, you know, watch it a little bit, like maybe
I literally sent you a clip last night, I think it was, of literally I watched went back and watched some of the first episode, and I don't know, that was pretty cool because usually I'm kind of cringy about it. I think it's just like the present episodes. But like whenever I was watching the first one, I'm like, this shit is hilarious. You know what I mean? Like, this is awesome. You know, because in the podcast specifically, like we don't keep up with the numbers. You know what I mean? We're not asking, like we will every now and then, but it's not something that we think about daily, right? We just say that like let's just be consistent with putting content out there, and we're gonna look up in 10 years and we're gonna have a big brand. You know?
And I think that's how it starts. I think that's how you need to start. It takes so long. Obviously, yes, everybody wants to just get viral one time and get all your followers and whatever, but to really grow an actual base of people that care about you, care about your product, care about the things that you're saying, it takes a long time. At some point, yes, you need to look at the videos and say, all right, we're doing it like this. When we do it like this, we are getting more traction, right? Then we can shift, and you can have those like constructive criticism times with yourself. But there's a lot more grace that needs to be involved in the beginning of just being like, hey, listen, we're just doing it. It's great, right? Coming from a weight loss background, my mother, everything is related to weight loss. Like every analogy I've ever heard in my entire life is related to weight loss. And they're all the perfect analogies. And that's how it is. So like with weight loss, there's so many things that you could do to be a healthy person. Right?
There's millions.
And there's so many things you could do to not be a healthy person. But the next best thing is just to do anything. Right? Get out and walk.
And consistently.
And consistent. Just walk consistently. And then sometime walking consistently is going to get boring, and you can run consistently. Walk inside of a gym, go do 10 sets of curls, and that's all you can do. Get out. You went to the gym. That is great. Like the action of doing it is great. At some point, yes, you will be like, okay, like this is easy. Posting is easy. We can post the content easily. How do we make it better? Right? Same thing with working out. It's like, all right, I can get on a walk every single day. It's easy. My brain is trained. The habits are formed. It's great. I love it. I want to do more. We want to be pushed, right?
Pressure is a privilege.
Pressure is a privilege.
Yeah. We live by that motto and stuff. And I mean, deadlines, giving yourself deadlines, and that's another way to get it done. Like going into our first podcast, I was like, I was sold on like, look, let's film a bunch of them, and then amongst those, we'll start to edit and we'll make the perfect one, and then we'll post it.
For sure. But
just get pressure.
Just get them out there.
Let's just sit down and let's post it.
That's what we did. Sit down and didn't know what we was going to talk about.
All of our in the first like 15, there was like, oh, Jack will cut that out. Jack will cut that 100%. Out. And then we see them live, and it's like, Jack will cut them out in the podcast. And we're like, oh, God. Jack, did you edit this?
Jack did indeed not cut that out. Homeboy threw that on autopod and left it there.
Heck yeah,
that's how you learn.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, dude. Got some good stuff going on, and appreciate the support as well. And any last words you want to say to wrap us up?
I don't think so. Just post it.
Just
freaking
pressure's privilege.
Pressure's a privilege.
Precious prayer. Well, hey, we appreciate all of you watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Instagram, like our Facebook, share the content as well. And also drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll catch you next time. Peace out.